another episode of Bootleg Garage. What I did was crazy. I won me some money, about $1,000. Most people would, do repairs on the grounds, stuff. I went out and bought 7 Corvairs. These are the fine jewels. That'd be like around somewhere about $145 a car. This one's our 1960. We'll take a walk around.
This one's a 64.
Oh, the 64, that's right. The orange one over there, that one's 1960. The one next to it's a 68. And 62. The gray one here that I'll be working on is 62. I gave Chuck some of the misery, so I had to give him one of the cars.
Appreciate it.
You can see they're in fine shape. Yeah, you'll see a little bit of rust and mud. The actual seats are pretty good. Somebody covered them on the front, but then they kind of went. They left it forever. So what we got? One good seat out here, almost.
Halfway decent.
This one I want my daughter to do, but she never comes around. See, body's not too bad. Somebody went Bondo nuts on that. Oh, when I towed this back, I forgot to make sure the hood was latched. It went flying up. So yeah, that's why it's hard to open.
And shut, apparently.
Yeah. Well, it's a treasure. She'll treasure. This my 62. This one's like pretty much mostly all there. We even slow cranked, check to see if everything was loose, and yes it is. We got a massive supply of parts that came with it. That's like these. These look better than the ones that were on it. And this was full of sand. Somehow.
There's the sand right there. And all that came out of this.
Yeah.
It was caked in
This
here.
was like buried. There's probably still some, yep, there's still sand in there. It takes a while to hose all this stuff out. It's our first thing, is try to get stuff mostly clean. And then what we'll do is we'll drop the engine and transmission out and go through them. And here's Chuck. Chuck's is the cherry.
This one's got so much rust, I don't even know what to do with it.
There's rot. There's stuff on the inside of the windshield that we can't even figure out what the hell that is.
Yeah, you might not be able to pick it up on the camera though.
Yeah, that muck that you kind of see. This has holes in the floor pan that somebody put tin over. Yeah. He took the back seat out. There's a good reason why we wanted the seat out. This was full of leaves, and his back seat
was buried. Oh, actually it still is buried. Let's go over here and take a look at it.
There's quite a bit of leaves.
This is the back seat for that vehicle.
Yeah, it came from New York. I mean,
a little crunchy.
Yeah, a little crunchy. Man, it's packed. Here's some of the parts. There's some of the parts. There's some of the parts. Over this way. This is our 1960. This is the only one that we didn't get a pink with. But I'm thinking tear the suspension off, put like a Bronco 2 suspension, and make this an off-road vehicle. And talk to some of the people that the DMV and see what it takes to get it registered. But here,
Actually, to get a
right
title
here,
for it.
I don't know if you can see it. When it says style, that is the year. And each one of them has a plate so we know which year it is. And there's body, paint, numbers. Had a wild hair and I kind of waxed it right there. Just to see what the thing was supposed to look like, because this the original color, this orange. So we'll probably put it back to that orange color. This is one of my ramp sides. That seat is for this, and the front clip, you can see we got engine parts. We got parts everywhere.
That head ain't good?
Yeah. See, this what that old one looked like. And I thought,
Anybody that wants to buy a used head,
dink, dink,
good
dink.
luck. But we do have a racing head.
It makes for a
in the
good
garage.
doorstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a racing head that's kind of funky too. That hasn't been in a vehicle. But here's the front clip for it. I just gotta take it all off and then reinstall it on the front because of that. My friend Craig said it would be easy. He owns a body shop. I'm thinking easy for him, hard for me.
It's a little dink.
Yeah, he said just drill out all the spot welds and remove it. And then I'm like, okay, that means the windshield, everything comes out of, oh boy. It's gonna be an ordeal.
Ordeal.
Wood paneling, ooh. Oh, this one is missing the turn signal setup. But it's got some good bones. The windshield goes up, or window goes up, sort of once upon a time, but not right now. We've been lubing everything, working everything. We've been, at least on the little Corvairs, the two that we're doing right now. And this is the 61 ramp side. Here's why it's a ramp side. Right here. Which we're going to have to lube. We haven't even got to it. There's a whole bunch of parts in the back. I mean, a hell of a lot of parts. And we took a lot of it out and put it in the garage. This is what we haven't even got to yet. This is an automatic. Has an automatic transmission back here, the Power Glide. And when I do this truck, I'll have my friend Tom, or he likes to go by Kaz, which is understandable if you know him. He said he can rebuild it, so I'm not sure about the diff. I think I can do that myself. Took enough classes, I should be able to do it. But you separate the transmissions right there, the differentials right there. And there's a long shaft that goes through that diff. That'll be interesting when we get to that.
Couple years.
Yeah. Looks like that's a fuel pump they put over there. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
With the king toes.
Still would like to, but we're gonna have to tear this apart, lube it, and get it all to work. A hell of a lot of body work. This is the side. This is a good side. So the same thing. Have to do all the spot welds, get this piece off of here. It's supposed to be for the Greenbrier that I still haven't picked up yet because there's no rear suspension on it. But I figure if I cut it straight, I might be able to use it for this because that panel size is the same size. It's really ripped here once I get this out of the way, I should be able to straighten that rear fender. But looks like, okay, that's interesting. This is a smaller piece. I'll have to measure it out, but I think I should be able to cut it and fit it on here.
Maybe.
That's if we ever get around to it. And this door doesn't open. There's a whole bunch of parts in here as well. It's full of stuff. The shifter knob's still on it. And it came with 3 tools. I can't reach. Anyway, there's yeah. Extra goodies. And there's a hole in the roof.
Venting.
Yeah. Most of this is... it'll give us something to do, something for you to watch. I just like the idea of, like, you get a washing machine or another refrigerator, like our beer fridge may be too short, so we go and get another one. Then the ramp side, it folds down. We can just roll it right on. We're getting old. Too old to carry stuff.
And wait, there's more. Show you some of the parts we got.
Lots of parts. We got rims, hubcaps, and hubcaps.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. All right.
Here's a carburetor he's trying to get loosened. It's a bigger carburetor. First we were thinking, hey, that might be the one for the turbo. Yes, we got a turbo. A good turbo. Nice and smooth. So all we need is like a little rebuild kit to reseal everything.
There's a nameplate on it.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, that surprised me that we actually had a turbo, because Corvair was the first American car to have a turbo. But we're finding other good things. This is the better fan. That bearing. All sorts of goodies. We got buckets of goodies.
Yeah, all this stuff here is going to, most of it's going to be up for sale.
Yep. Here's the racing head Chuck was talking about. With a slight problem. You notice this. Then I was thinking, well, maybe it seals down here. And then I looked at, well, it looks like, no, there's a seal right here. Oh, and it's got to be for a big barrel. That doesn't fit this one. So I'm like, okay, maybe this was for show. There's no go in this one. Unless you can write a comment. Tell me about that. It's just a real poor casting that somebody was making a racing head, because everything's big. Well, big for a Corvair. And then I pulled out some more parts. And right here, this is all the racing rebuild parts. Racing springs. Push rods, lifters, there's pistons on the bottom. Oh, all the valves. We got a full set of valves. We got this box and another box. Ooh, and there's the other box. Everything's kind of falling apart. And in here you could see the pistons, sort of. They're like this, so we got to clean everything up, because I guess it's all been sitting out in the weather. There we go.
And if you're interested, This vehicle here is for sale.
Yeah, the 1937 Hudson Terraplane utility coupe. Yeah.
45,000.
We keep buying more and more tools and goodies so we can get this done. As a matter of fact, while we're waiting for electrical to be done on that compressor, we got this little one, and so far it's been working out for us. It'll work for now. We should be able to use it anywhere instead of the one that will be for inside the shop. We plan on building another big shop right behind. But you can see we've been tooling with stuff. He's been trying different rust removers. And that
Not
one.
sponsored, but this stuff works really damn good.
And believe it or not, it works a little bit on pot metal. I've sprayed certain things, wiped it, clean, and I was surprised. Didn't expect that. But that's where we're at. Months and months and months and months and months
A
of
video.
rebuilding.
A videos just for you guys.
Just for you. So, remember to do the thingies with the thingies. I'm not going to say it because you got to be stupid if you don't know how to do that. And I figure you're not. So, we'll catch you next time.
Have a good day.